But no, I've been watching them since 2017. I found them through Doki Doki Literature Club. That's my dog. Oh my gosh, we're back. I realized in my last video I didn't turn the ghost on, so hey, sorry for low quality content, I guess. He's back. Alright, today I thought it would be fun to answer frequently asked questions that I get on Instagram and especially on TikTok. So many questions I've been asked so often over the years that it's, you know what, let's just compile them into one video so people can get their answers. And yeah, I put tinsel in Tenko's wig. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like sparkly and I like it. I haven't cosplayed Tenko in a long time, and there's like a renaissance right now of Danganronpa on TikTok. So I was like, we're doing Tenko. So first question is, where did I get my username? So for those who don't know, this is my username, spooky.jpg. So my username I've had for about almost 10 years now, which is crazy. So the username inspiration came from 21 Pilots. The drummer Josh Dunn on Twitter goes by Spooky Jim, and I was like, oh, that is so cool because I love Halloween, I love spooky scary stuff, obviously. So I wanted a username. I fidget a lot with Tenko's wig, just saying that right now. I wanted a username that kind of emulated the idea of like spooky scary skeletons and Halloween and everything. So on Twitter, which my account is now deactivated because I just got, Twitter is so exhausting. I tried to do spooky with a username I wanted with a Y, but it was taken by an account that had been inactive for like 5 years at that point. Hey, give me my username. So I was like brainstorming. I was like, I really want spooky as my username. So I was like messing with it, and I ended up putting an IE instead of a Y, and I was like, it kind of looks dumb, but I'll use it because it gets the point across. And ever since then, it's just spooky with an IE has been my thing. I mainly have the misspelled username because somebody else had the username that I wanted. And then the JPEG came from TikTok a few years later when one of my mutuals, they were like bugs.png or something. And I was like, that is so cool, having a file name as part of your username. So I was like playing on TikTok one night. I was like typing in like spooky.gif, no, spooky. What was it? Spooky.png. I can't do that because it's one of my mutuals' usernames. And then JPG came out because that's another way to do like a photo file. And I was like, it kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit. So I put spooky.jpg, and on TikTok I think you can't change your username for another like month if you change it. And it kind of just hasn't stuck since then. My original TikTok username I think was like Spooky Stardust, but I was like, that is such a long username that I did JPEG, and then it's kind of just stuck since then. And hey guys, here we are. So next question is so commonly asked, I don't even know. My favorite girl in Doki Doki Literature Club and my favorite character in Danganronpa. Alright, favorite girl in Danganronpa. It's Tenko. It's been Tenko since I played V3 for the first time. I love her. I adore her. Tenko is my girl. Maybe we're twins. Tenko has always been my favorite Danganronpa. I also love Hajime. I love Celeste. Who doesn't love Celeste? Kyoko I really like, but Tenko's always been the standout girl for me. I found a lot of comfort in her when I first got into her character, and she's just kind of stuck with me since then. So, and then my favorite Doki is a crazy question because I talk about it like it's my religion. It's Yuri. Yuri. Just Yuri. I cosplay Yuri the most. She was my first Doki cosplay. She was either my third or fourth ever cosplay, so Yuri's always been my favorite ever since I played the game for the first time. So next is, where do I get my wigs, my cosplays, and my contacts? Well, first, contacts. These are my discount codes. These are the websites I do get my contacts from. I'll put the name of these contacts on screen, which I got from Peaky Paradise. These are my discount codes. Feel free to use them and get yourself a little discount, girl. Yes. As for wigs, I get them all from Amazon, and I know it's kind of like you should look for more high-end realistic looking wigs. But like, this is from Amazon. It has a fake part. Where is it? There's a fake part right here, and I think it looks fairly realistic, and I love the color and everything. It works for Tenko. A lot of people get them from like Arta Wigs, but like, I don't know, I don't want to drop a ton of money on a wig. That's just me, that's my personal preference. I get everything for my wigs, my accessories, the wig base, everything off of Amazon. It's just my preference. So you can get them from more like expensive high-end brands, but I'm not somebody that likes to spend a ton of money on like a ton of stuff. As for cosplays, that's kind of turned into a mixed bag of answers. This cosplay came from Amazon. I bought Tenko's uniform off of Amazon, but I also started hand making my cosplays. Like for example, there is Shadybug, there is Pomni, but there's also cosplays that I've thrifted for. Loot is a really great example of thrifting because her dress I literally got from Goodwill for like $5. I'm currently working on hand making a Gangle cosplay. So it's kind of just a mixed bag of thrifting, hand making, and buying it off Amazon depending how motivated I am to make the outfit. I think the most recent cosplay I bought from Amazon that I still own is Kaede, which I don't really cosplay anymore, but I keep her around just because I like Kaede. Turned more from buying the cosplay to hand making it just because I kind of like putting my own thoughts and feelings and efforts into my cosplay. My favorite handmade cosplay that I've made is Frankie Stein G3 Frankie. This is only my second handmade cosplay. It's not perfect, but I love it. I love how much work I put into it, and I adore it so much. Also, I'm a liar. The most recent cosplay that I bought off Amazon was Giffany. I don't pay attention. So my cosplay inspiration is what made me start cosplaying. So I found out what cosplay was back in like 2017 through Square One Cosplay. They're still my favorite cosplay YouTube channel. But no, I've been watching them since 2017. I found them through Doki Doki Literature Club. That's my dog. I clearly remember the first video of Square One that I watched was them as the Dokis going to the mall, and I watched that video over and over again, and I was like, oh, I knew what cosplay was, but I was like, oh, I didn't know it was a thing to just like do it like to a store. Like, I didn't know you could do it like outside of a convention, so I thought that was cool. And then 2020 is when I started getting into Danganronpa, and then it's when I started actively using TikTok more. And I started getting a ton of like TikToks of Danganronpa on my timeline. And I was like, dang, this is cool. Like, I really like it. I remember watching Nagito cosplayers. That's my phone. Hey, I went to my mom one day. I remember we were in Target, and I was like, Mom, you know that show I watched with the bear? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I wanna dress up from that show. And she's like, what does that mean? I was like, that means like costumes and stuff. And she was like, I don't get it, but okay. And ever since that conversation in Target, I've been cosplaying. So thanks to my mom for just kind of not understanding but still letting me do it anyway. My biggest fan for real. How long does filming take for TikToks? Girl, usually Doki Doki Literature Club takes the longest. It's usually about 2 to 3 hours because Doki Doki is a lot of filming, refilming, everything like that. Just Monica. Editing it took a couple months. Filming took a month. My group chat is going crazy right now. Hey guys, stop. Like Tenko for today, I was filming TikToks. It only took me an hour. Like, it really depends on my motivation and how many ideas I have, how focused, locked in I am. But usually certain characters an hour. Dokis usually take about 2 to 3 hours, which is crazy because that eats up so much of my day. YouTube videos though, 20 minutes because I yap, then I go on my computer, cut it all down just like that. That's exactly how I edit, and then you guys get content. And then TikTok editing, again, it depends on the project, but it could take a couple hours, days, weeks. It depends on how fixated I am on the project because I've had a couple Doki videos sitting in my drafts since like February of last year actually that are still waiting to be finished. It just depends on how motivated I am and how fixated I am on the project. So any of my artists out there understand the project fixation goes crazy. Do I have any other hobbies of cosplay? Duh, yeah. Sorry, that kind of had an attitude to it, but yeah, I do. I love to sew, I love to draw, I love to paint, I love to dance. In general, I just like going outside. I like going on cute little walks, except it's very cold outside. Hey, it's cold outside, so I can't really do any of that right now. But I do a lot of artistic, artsy, fun stuff. I like to do anything that just lets me express myself. There's really, like, nothing else to it. I also do some writing on my computer, like I like to write stories and poetry. So I'm creative all around. It's just, I only show you guys my cosplay stuff because this is cosplay dedicated, like, accounts that I have. My Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube are dedicated to cosplay, but if you guys are interested in other content outside of cosplay, where it's like me showing my art or me showing like dancing or something, I'm more than willing to do that. I definitely would love to post my masquerade performances, because I have a couple of them fully recorded. Do I have any other platforms? Yes! So a lot of you know me from TikTok, which this is my TikTok, spooky.jpg, but I also have my Instagram, which TikTok doesn't let me link my Instagram anymore, which is so annoying. But I have an Instagram, obviously YouTube. They're all spooky.jpg or spooky-jpg. So those are my main platforms, but TikTok is mainly where a lot of you are coming from. So that's really cool. That's what I consider my home platform. So yeah. What do I use to edit? CapCut. I know how to edit with Adobe Premiere, Avid Media Composer. Like, I'm very experienced in other programs, but CapCut it takes up the least space on my computer. It's the most accessible. It has everything preset into it. I don't have to download sound effects. I don't have to download text like fonts or text effects. Everything is already set into CapCut, and it's a free program. Like, yes, you do have to pay for CapCut Pro if you want it, but like 90% of the program is already so good at the base level without CapCut Premium that I don't think you really need it. But yeah, all my editing for my TikToks is done on CapCut. Here's what my CapCut usually looks like when I'm editing a TikTok. It looks messy, but my YouTube videos are edited in CapCut. I live and breathe CapCut. Hey CapCut, do you want to work together? That'd be cool. My dream cosplay? I don't know. I don't really have one. My dream cosplay was Celestia Lunenburg, which I cosplayed her, and then I just never used it, which is crazy because I wanted to cosplay her for so long. But I loved it, and I didn't use it very often, and it wasn't the most comfortable, so I kind of got rid of her really quick. Like, a dream cosplay right now, I guess my goal is just to finish my Gangle cosplay, because I have it, like, I'm designing it kind of from scratch, and I'm just unmotivated recently and not ready to finish it, in the sense of I just don't have time or energy or effort. And then last question is my cosplay goals. I would love to hit 200,000 on TikTok. That's been a goal of mine for a long time. I don't know. It's been hard, but we're doing it. I would love to hit 2,000 on Instagram. Maybe we get 150 on YouTube. Hey! As for other stuff, I would just love to do more group cosplays with my friends. We're doing a mouth washing group, which I'm so excited for. Get better at sewing. I would just love to create more passion projects for TikTok and YouTube and everything. And I would just love to go to more conventions and host more panels, which I would love to film my panels and post them on here. So we'll see. Oh, one of my other goals is to finish my Ai Hoshino dress. This is the original that I made. This is my very, very, very first handmade cosplay. And I think it looks okay, but I could definitely do better. And I started it, I just never finished it because I lost motivation. And I messed up, so I got tired. But I'm hoping to also finish Ai before the end of the year. Gangle and Ai are probably my biggest goals for 2025, so hopefully they get done. So those are all of the questions that I have been frequently asked over the last few years of being online. I hope that satisfies, I guess, your guys' constant asking of those questions. And if you have any other questions, always feel free to ask them. I love interacting with everybody. So yeah, that's really it. Also, can I just say thank you for 100 subscribers, by the way. That was the goal to hit before the I think that was just a general goal that I had. We hit it really, really quickly, so thank you for 100 subscribers. That's really amazing. Maybe we can hit 150 before the end of this year. And yeah, that's really awesome that we were able to do that. So yeah. Okay. Bye.
What will it take just to find that special day?